Hi everyone, I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk about letting go. Letting go is something that that is my focus for this year. I believe this year is a year of surrender and a year of really letting go of all of these internal limiting beliefs that we have within ourselves. And for me, surrender is trusting in the universe and trusting that you are on the right path and doing things that you're afraid of. And no matter how you feel or what you used to do in the past and the way you used to identify yourself in the past, like, let it all go. It is the year of really diving into the things that you want to do and taking those risks. And for me, making these YouTube videos and doing things that I'm afraid of and going really into that fear and into that discomfort is the goal for me. Not the goal, but that is what I need to be doing. And I could say it's a goal, but I don't want to be focused on the goal, because letting go and surrender is also letting go of the need for expectation and the need for doing it perfectly. And letting go and being present in this moment and taking desired action to what you want. You basically becoming the conscious creator in your life. Because I feel like 2024 was a year of realization, a year of karma. Like in numerology, it's the 2024 all added up means 8. 2, 2, 4, 8. That is a year of karma. And I feel like we saw that in society, and we saw that in like the way the world was going, that people were getting what they deserve. And just also you becoming aware of, you create your own life. Your environment is a reflection of how you feel inside. So it's gonna just mirror it. It's mirroring how you feel. And if you want to stay in the negative, it will show you. Like, it's showing you what you need to see. It's like if someone does something bad, karma is going to reflect how they've treated that person or how they feel within themselves. And I feel last year that was very prominent. It was very that's why people have become so aware and conscious, I think, last year, because people are really understanding we are the conscious creators of our own life. Everything that I think is going to be manifested and reflected. So yeah, I feel like that was a lot of realization, a lot of change, a lot of transformation. But this year is the year where we really embody the things that we have learned and the awareness that we have, taking on that wisdom and information that we have learned from 2024 and really embodying it and really going into those fears and into yourself and just letting go of all the expectation, letting go of how you used to be, your identification, your ego. Like, all of that is not who you are. You are way more than your ego, the identification you have within yourself, the conditioning. Making yourself fully aware of all of these things, because we have been conditioned, we have clinged onto our identification and been stuck in that negativity and that victim mindset. And it's really about letting it all go and really understanding your potential and your capabilities by doing the things that you're afraid to do. And it's scary, it's so scary, and it's not an easy path to take. But if you want to be the conscious creator in your life, and you want to see change, and you want to become that conscious creator, the first step is becoming aware, which we've taken, and which, if you haven't yet, you are, by watching this video, you're becoming aware of yourself. You're becoming that you are seeing what needs to be done within yourself to better your life. And letting go is that what you need to do to take that action. Because one thing knowing something, but there's another thing taking that action and being it, being that truth. And what I got caught up in was definitely having a lot of this knowledge and a lot of understanding and information. Like, I had definitely an information overload, and because I was kind of stuck in my old ways and I wasn't taking the actions, it was making me feel stuck and it was making me feel overwhelmed. And that is because knowing it is one thing, but taking the action and the conscious effort and intention to like do what you need to do and let all of these limiting beliefs go is another thing. And it's so important to understand we need to let go of our old limiting beliefs that are holding us back from our full potential, because we are really holding ourselves back from our full potential by dwelling on negativity and identification. So what is really, really good with letting go is meditate. Like, sit with yourself. People say like, I can't do it. I just can't clear my mind. I'm too ADHD. I think too much. Like, it's not about not thinking. It's about becoming present and getting out of your head. Because we are going to think that the thoughts will never go away until you really like bring yourself back into this present moment and ground yourself. Because the practice is focus. We have been so like, our focus and attention is being taken away by society, by TikTok, by social media. Like, it's attention that is so important, because where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you are constantly consuming content and constantly shifting your attention to like scrolling or distracting yourself from how you actually feel, you're going to feel lost and you're going to feel like you haven't got no attention span. And it's hard to make decisions, it's hard to take action when your attention span is like elsewhere. So it's about bringing yourself back to the present moment, and the practice of keep bringing yourself back to the present moment, because this is all we have. We either focus too much on the future or too much on the past, and they don't exist. This is one thing I really, really this is one thing I realized. The future does not exist. The past does not exist anymore. But we dwell on the past, or we overthink about the future. And doing that, how can we make any conscious effort or right decisions on what step to take towards our future to better ourselves? And that's why overthinking, and that can be really detrimental to your mental health and your life, because you're too busy thinking about things that are not now, like not in this present moment. And that's why meditation and journaling and even going for a walk, anything could be a form of meditation, but like bringing yourself to the present moment and listening to how you feel in your body and getting out your head a little bit, because I feel like we are ungrounded. We are overthinking so much. I struggle with overthinking and intrusive thoughts, and that can be really detrimental to my life because I'm not being present in the now, and I can't take that action that I need to take. So I'm too in my head. So what helps me is that practicing grounding myself. So yeah, meditation. It is the practice of bringing yourself back to the present moment. And when your thoughts do start to wander off, keep bringing it back to the present moment, But don't judge those thoughts, because they're not you, and don't define who you are. You don't have to judge them. Judging them only fuels them to come back, especially if they're negative. It's fueling the cycle, and it's hard to let go when you're judging your thoughts and you are identifying yourself with your thoughts, because you are not your thoughts. You are way beyond. This is what I'm saying. You're way beyond your thoughts. You are the person observing them. So you are literally looking at you can take a step back and just look at your thoughts. That means that you're not your thoughts, because you are actually observing them and you're seeing them go by. So that means you are not your thoughts. So you can stop identifying yourself with it if you know that you are not your thoughts. And the more that you do that, the more it's going to start to slowly fade away, because you're not fueling them anymore. You're not bringing attention to them anymore. You're bringing attention to the present moment. And the practice of doing that, it's going to become more natural. It's going to become more like your thoughts are your ego as well. Like there's that negative voice in your head, the internal dialogue that you have within yourself. That's your ego. That is the conditioning that you've been shown through your whole life, from when you was a kid to now. And that internal dialogue is playing a huge role in your life if you don't become aware that it's not you. Like, knowing it and just becoming aware of it is so huge, because you can actually take a step back and realize that you're not your thoughts anymore. Like you don't have to identify yourself with it. You can let it go. And yeah, just taking a step back, realizing that you're not your thoughts, bringing yourself back to the present moment. And then you're going to start to become more clear-headed. You're going to start to become more grounded in this reality, in right now. And then when you're grounded in this reality right now, you can take action in this present moment. You don't need to have the burden of expectation or looking back in the past. You don't need to deal with that anymore. And this is a process. It's not going to be something that is going to happen overnight, but oh my God, is it going to help you? And it's going to make you feel so much more in this reality and take you out of your head. Because your head and thinking is causing problems. It is thinking is actually a coping mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. It's what is there so we can survive. We can take like logical action if we were like getting chased by a lion or something. The fear is there to protect us. But if we're going in day-to-day life, we don't need to protect ourselves. We're safe. We're safe right now. So we don't need to overthink about the worst case scenario or dwell on what happened 10 million years ago. Like, right now is all we have. So we need to be fully present in this now, so we can create a life that will better our future. Like, letting go is also, it does make you feel lighter. It makes you feel, you don't have to carry these burdens anymore. You don't have to identify yourself with things anymore. You can just be the awareness. And in my own life, I feel like before I was living so much in my head. I was living so much in identification with my thoughts, with my environment, and it was holding me back. It was keeping me down in such a 3D way. In the 3D means like what you see in your environment, like your senses, and like you actually need to understand you are so much more than your senses, and you're so much more than your thoughts. And realizing this is like, it shows you like your full potential. It shows like, oh, I'm just the awareness of this. It's not actually me. And then, I don't know, you can just like, it does take a lot of burden off of you, because you can just let it go. You can be like, okay, I'm not my identification right now. I'm not my past. You are just here in this present moment, and you get to decide what actions you want to take to better yourself now. You don't have to bring on that past identification of you, that past version of you, because it ain't you anymore. You are changed. You are different now. You are a new person every minute. Like, you can decide that. It's a choice. And when you're more clear-headed, and when you have more clarity, and when you're more grounded, it's easier to make them decisions. Surrender as well is trusting the universe, trusting yourself by taking action, by doing things that you're afraid to do, and showing to yourself that you are capable. And that what helped me as well, like in my past, I didn't really have much faith. I didn't really believe in God that much. Like, it wasn't like a day-to-day thing. Like, I didn't talk to God, I didn't pray, I didn't really actively manifest. I just kind of let life go by, and life happened to me. But I realized, like, life is happening for you. All of this stuff is lessons. It's showing you what you need to learn and what you need to see to transform and to learn from. Everything is lessons. It's you're meant to be seeing what you need to see so you can become more aligned with what you need to do. Your fears are coming up because it's showing you that this is what you need to face to get through it, to then be on the other side, to understand your capabilities, to trust yourself. It's there to show you trust and faith, because you can get through anything. You have gone through everything. You are here. You're still here. You're still going, which means you can get through anything, and you can do anything. And what really changed my perspective on fear is, I believe fear is a portal. It's showing up because it's there to show you this is what you need to face, so you can get through it, and you can prove to yourself that you can get through it. With an obstacle with me is I was afraid to speak online, but I'm doing it. I'm facing the fear to prove to myself that I can do it. And I feel like God puts this fear there, but it's not even a fear. It's fear, but it's disguised. It's like a disguise. It's disguised of fear because it's something that I actually want to do. It's about like facing it to prove, oh, like this is actually something I can do, and it's something that I shouldn't be afraid of, because that fear is also an illusion. That's why fear is an illusion, because it's disguised. It's not real. Like, why do I have a desire to create content, but why am I afraid to do it? It's there because God's put it there, because it's something that, like, it's for me. But I'm afraid to do it because I have these limiting things within myself that I need to overcome. And it's there to, as a portal to show me that I can do it, and that there's so much opportunity on the other side. When I do actually face it, it's opening up like these little levels of consciousness, because it's like you live in a certain consciousness with like the consciousness of feeling that you can't do it, but then you do it, and then you're like opened up to this new world of like knowing yourself and like understanding yourself and trusting. Like, bruh, I don't know, like even just talking about it is like really making me more aware of it. I feel like fear is also there because you put expectations of yourself to be perfect, or it has to go this certain way, or if it doesn't, then it's all ruined, and it's just, that's not true. You don't have to put expectations on yourself. You just have to understand and realize, like, that is showing up for me for a reason, and it's my choice to face it or hide from it. And facing it is what is really going to build trust and faith within yourself and the universe, because the universe has put it there for you. It's there for you. It's the reason you have interests, and the reason you have fears, and the reason you have desires is because it's there to show you this is who you are. Like, this is actually a part of you. You wanted this. Like, you feel this for a reason. You don't have to set high expectations of, oh, I need to get everything, like, I need to get everything done overnight. I need to, like, change my habits overnight. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a gradual thing, and you have to know there's never a destination. Like, with this healing journey, there's never going to be a destination. It's constant. It is gonna be like this for every day of your life. There's not an end goal. So just understanding that and realizing, like, just taking one step, like one little action a day, can totally transform your life. I read Atomic Habits, and it's talking about little steps make a massive compounding effect, and it can totally shift your life. It's like if you were moving 1 inch every single day, and you're going, like, straight on. Let's say, like, this is a path, right? And you're moving 1 inch every day. Like, you're literally going into a new direction. You could go into a direction of, like, the life that you want to create, and it just gets easier and easier over time. And oh my god, it's a full moon today. Beautiful. I just see it, like, appearing in the clouds. Anyway, yeah, it can make a huge impact. So don't feel like you need to take huge action overnight. Like, it's these little steps is what's going to make the biggest actions for you, and it will become a lot easier. And I was feeling really like, feeling like I can't do it, and I wanted to give up, but then I don't realize, like, well, this is why when you ground yourself again, you bring yourself back to the present moment, you can see that, like, I can see in myself the little actions I've taken has gotten me to this point today of making this video and releasing it. Like, even though it's not what really I expected, I never really had, like, a set day I was gonna do it, and yeah, it just felt right. It just feels right. Like, now is the time for me to release this video and start this journey with you, because I've been going through the journey on my own, but I feel like starting it with you guys is going to be, like, it's going to be really transformative, not just for me but for you. Like, if you will follow these videos, I hope it will help you, and I hope it will help you on the journey, also seeing mine, and also having these realizations, because I realize, like, in this healing journey and in the collective consciousness, like, if you are on this journey, we all have kind of similar thoughts, like, in the similar times, and it's kind of weird how we all have the same realizations and thoughts in the same time. And I see it on YouTube. I see, like, in other YouTubers that I watch, like, when I'm thinking of something, it just pops up on my For You page or Explore page, and I'm like, what the heck? How are we having these same thoughts? And I want to have that with you guys and have that community. I feel like it's super important and super transformative for everyone. I feel like we all need to wake up and realize our full potentials and grow together. Like, why do we have to be separate? This is how we've been brought up, to think everything is separate. We're not separate, we are one. Like, we don't have to be going through this alone. Like, we can go through it together, because I'm you and you are me. Simple as. Anyways, thank you for being on this journey with me, and really enjoying making these videos. Like, I feel passionate, and I feel like I want to get it out now. I'm ready to release this knowledge that I've learned. And if you've got knowledge as well that you want to spread and you want to just have a chat, comment section, and I'll be there and we can talk about it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.